How's it going, guys? More Warpstone Cup replays. You got Gotrek Starbreaker on the Dwarves, no surprise there, up against Nerd Boy on the Empire. So, for the Dwarves, you got a Demon Slayer, no surprise there as well, considering Demon Slayer is kind of fantastic, very cheap, and great duelist, and yeah, just very cost effective. They got the Hammer of Karak Draz, you know what that does, minus 40 melee attack and weapon strength. Rune of Thungni as well, granting that studded armor debuff and that weapon damage increase. For the ranged, we are going to have some Bugman's Rangers along with some standard Rangers as well. 2 Bugman Rangers in total. We are going to have a full Vanguard of Miners. Let's get this going as soon as possible. We also are going to have the Brotherhood of Grimnir, the ROR Doomseekers. Fantastic. They have that Endless Whirlwind of Death, better stats all around. And I think they have, I don't know what else the difference is. Who knows? They're just great. Dragon Slayer as well. 2 of them, in fact, just to be dealing with any tanks of the Empire, etc. And, you know, I guess Cav, I suppose. Gyrocopters as well. How many we're going to have? 2, 3 generic gyrocopters, yeah, for that those AP missiles. For the Empire side, we are going to have a Jade Wizard with just regrowth for the Master Engineer. And for the Cav, Master Engineer is going to be on the Stank, of course. Pigeon bombs for those dirty pigeon bombs, which will do fantastic work. Spearmen and sword and board for the front line. We also have handgunners as well, plus some Knights of the Black Rose to run down any Dawi infantry. 3 of them in total, and that'll be it. Getting right into it, we're gonna have that Vanguard getting some bombs of the Vanguard Dwarven Miners, getting some bombs in on those state troops. Going to be doing fantastic work. No surprise there, really. Knights of the Black Rose are running over and about to get a nasty charge in on those Doomseekers, but the Doomseekers will deal damage back. And actually, their models are fairly freaking huge, so even though they're small entities, so I guess they blocked up those Knights of the Black Rose fairly easily, especially in the forest. Just exchanging arrows over here with the handgunners. Obviously, that trade is going to go a lot better for the double rangers there. Dragon Slayer is just holding back 1 unit of spearmen, which is fantastic for the Dawi player. Gyrocopters are kind of being screened out there by the handgunners. We do have a catch on the Bugman's Rangers. They get the that hammer of the Rune of Thungni, giving that sundered armor, plus that weapon strength debuff, or a buff, to help that fight with the Knights of the Black Rose, which is doing pretty okay. I mean, they are getting support from the gyrocopters, but not a bad trade there. These miners get run off. Same with these rangers as well. Due to the Knights of the Black Rose, we get a fantastic charge on them. But the hammer of Draz gets popped on them, reducing it down to 0 melee attack and pretty low weapon strength. So they're being dragged down a little bit by the Demon Slayer, but that trade went a lot better for them as the rangers get run off. And the miners as well. Miners obviously don't matter all that much, but the rangers are fairly useful. Handgunners, unfortunately, have been taking a absolute beating from these brothers Grimnir and the miners, plus the gyrocopters as well. And not only that, but the rangers just absolutely ransacked there. Those handgunners are gone. Miners throwing bombs in there as well. Actually, yeah, it wasn't the gyrocopters; it was the miners. Nonetheless, these miners are holding back 2 units of infantry there for the Empire side, which is not great. Again, as you guys know, I always got to point out that trying not to blob, and obviously Dr. Nerd knows this, but you know, for you know, newer players, you just got to watch out for that. But Dr. Nerd knows what he's doing. It's just, you know, things happen. Nonetheless, things are going a little bit better there for Gotrek. Got the gyrocopter still up and running. One of these is still, even after taking so much damage, they still have 11 models, and they're just chasing off these handgunners, which are the only thing that the Empire really has to punish them. Knights of the Black Rose coming back and get another. Not even going to try to charge that Brother of the Grimnir. They're trying to get away from them, and yeah, they're going to drag them down again, unfortunately. Jade Wizard floating up in the sky. Demon Slayer dragging down the swordsman and doing some great work there from that one hit. Knights of the Black Rose are pushing through, might get on top of these rangers, or I'm not sure, finish off these other rangers. Who knows? Gyrocopter's just shooting in, though, getting some fantastic work done. Knights of the Black Rose getting on top of these Bugman Rangers as well. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Some of their models are just flying all over the place. Only half of them are fully prioritized on actually hitting the full unit, which is weird. Gyrocopters are just doing fantastic work against these poor handgunners. And they're going to rout off as well. Steam Tank in a group of spears fighting off this this Dragon Slayer. I think it was a Dragon Slayer. And yeah, Dragon Slayer is just getting shot and run over, but he will be able to do some damage back. I don't think the Dragon Slayers have fantastic AP though, from what I can tell. If I can actually click on him. Actually, it's a Demon Slayers I'm thinking of. Demon Slayers don't have great AP. Dragon Slayer's doing fantastic against this tank. But yeah, these Bugman Rangers run off. Gyrocopters get peeled off by the Jade Wizard and is chasing them off, which is great. Really cost effective. Spearmen are trying to drag down these miners. Rangers still shooting and at these Knights of the Black Rose, who get a nice charge in on them. Knights of the Black Rose doing not great so far, but 606 value for 12 kills is not bad. Though they unfortunately have some models stuck here on these miners, which is quite unfortunate. Handgunners being chased off completely, and again, as I said, they're really the only thing that the Empire have to answer to these gyrocopters. This team, the Master Engineer, can get some shots in, but at least I think they can. I don't think they can have issues attacking air, but it's not going to really be enough, especially with these Dragon Slayer and Demon Slayers running around chasing it. That's the Black Rose just taking hits from those nasty hits from those gyrocopters, and it's just not gonna be great for them. Yeah, it's just adding up so quickly. They will get a nice charge here on these Bugman Rangers. Some miners coming back. Brotherhood of Grimnir are also going to be a trouble to have to deal with for the Empire side. 128 kills, a little over half HP, with 1,000 value so far. And their word saves up to 9% from that Words of Grimnir so far. We are just going to speed it up here. We're going to have some Empire infantry recruiting or reuniting, but looks like it most likely will be going into the Dawi's favor as the gyrocopters just pick them apart. Another pigeon bomb finally dropped here on these miners. Going to rout them off. The Stank running into combat. We do have, what is this? The Glorious Death Pop, so they cannot die. That's pretty nice. Dragon Slayer is going to get run over by the Master Engineer, but Master Engineer also gets the Hammer of Karagdrasser on top of them, reducing their melee attack to 0. And yeah, that'll be spelling the end for this replay. Pretty quick round there. Let's see how our little Dawi fellas did. 352 here, 1256 here, and 144 here. This one did some fantastic work, probably just beating down on the Master Engineer. 13th, yeah, the gyrocopters just reigned free that match there. Quite unfortunate for the Empire player. Just those handgunners, maybe too many. I'm not sure. They just they had a tough time there, really tough time there. But let's see. Everything else did fine. 1200 value here on this in the Brotherhood of Grimnir. They did great. Rangers did fine as well. Yeah, it was just a lot of it has to do with the Rangers being able to shoot over while the handgunners can't shoot over their infantry, so they have to go around and flank and try to shoot into those Rangers, but it's just not cost effective at that point, and they're just taking a lot of damage in the meantime. Maybe if they had the handgunners pulled back a little more so they didn't get shot by the Rangers, and instead we're just trying to screen out the gyrocopters, I'm not entirely sure. But they just had a really tough time there. The gyrocopters just did fantastic work, shooting at those Knights of the Black Rose, chasing off the handgunners, doing great work against just the general infantry. Fantastic. 2054 on the Master Engineer. I mean, even, with such a hard game there for the Empire, Master Engineer is still fantastic. I mean, he didn't carry the game, but he just 2,054 freaking value. Obviously he's got to pay for himself, and that definitely does, but it just shows how freaking great he is. Little not underwhelming by the Knights of the Black Rose, but didn't get enough to pay for themselves. Still did okay though. They just kind of had a lot to contest with. Maybe if they were able to get around to the back line and get up with the Rangers, but Dr. Nerd was great. I mean, not Dr. Nerd, excuse me. Gotrek was great at protecting those Rangers and dragging down those Knights of the Black Rose. 1148 there on these, though. These guys practically paid for themselves, just a little under, but still did good. Got some decent charges on miners and on Rangers as well. I think these are the ones that actually got into the back line, while the other ones struggled to do so. So they had some pretty decent charges, and you know, they tried to pick up the slack, but it was just not enough. And Gunners, yeah, obviously did not pay for themselves. They did not do great. Soon got 500 value though. Did okay. But yeah, that is the first game of this best of 3 replay. I'll see you guys next time with another one. Bye-bye. How's it going, guys? Got that second game from the match routine Gotrek Starbreaker and Nerd Boy. Gotrek on or Nerd Boy, Dr. Nerd, excuse me. It's the Skaven name getting me mixed up. Gotrek playing the Vampire Counts, and we're up against the Dowie. For Gotrek, we are going to have Vlad with, when we guess, his von Karstein ring. Yeah, there we go, Karstein ring. Master of Beguilement for that -4 melee attack debuff. Raised Dead, Invocation, and that Blood Drinker, plus that Aura of Grandeur, which is pretty okay. -4 leadership. Obviously, Dowie have fantastic leadership, but you know, adds up. Zombies, 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 of course. We also are going to have... What the heck is this wind going on here, please? Thank you very much. Obstructing my view. Vargeist in the air. We got 2 on each flank, plus some Fell Bats. We're also going to have a whole bunch of Cryptors because... just classic Vampire Counts up against Dowie. Corpse Cart as well with an Unholy Lodestone should be great here. Has that heal plus leadership. And yeah, plus of course that Vigor Mortis for those zombies and Cryptors. Stearnsman, Graveguard ROR as well. Plus that for that bonus versus infantry and holding power. Plus another Unholy Lodestone card as well. For the Dowie side, we're going to have a good old Dowie box here. With some miners blasting charges, of course, and standard miners as well. We're also going to have some Thunderers, a whole lot of them, 4 of them in total. We're also going to have the Thunderers GRUDGE-RAKINs. Cool to see these guys. I haven't seen them yet in a actual tournament match yet, or just in general. But yeah, just a shotgun unit, essentially. Basically the blunderbuss. Been waiting for these guys to be added to the Dowie side, and I'm glad to see them. But Grim Delvers, ROR as well. They do have that Frenzy, so granting them that ITP, of course, and then overall stat buffs, which obviously don't benefit them as a range unit, but, you know, if they get landed on by Vargas, they can hold a little longer than the base variant, which don't have that Frenzy. But yeah, they should do good here. They also have the Thoric, of course, because everybody takes Thoric. Rune of Wrath and Ruin, plus Rune of Slowness, just to slow down any Cav, Vargeist, etc. Rune of Hearth and Home to provide that ITP, which is very valuable against the undead factions, and Vigor as well. We're going to have the Equine Miners as well for those better stats, and some Dwarf Warriors in the backline. So just a good old Dowie box. Let's see how this goes. Speed it up as we wait and wait and wait. Dowie are not moving. There we go. Dowie are finally moving. Now in range. Going to be just wasting ammo here on good old Vlad. Just going to heal it up. He does not care. He does have that 90 armor. Gonna have that surround there on the vampire side. Thunder is getting some fantastic shots here on the Vargeist, on both sides. These guys just absolutely got deleted by the GRUDGE-RAKINs and Thunderers. Not sure if the Vampire player was expecting this much range for the Dowie side, but this is atrocious. Oh my god, these Vargeist are just getting run over, but these Thunderers are getting absolutely destroyed in melee at least. Cryptors getting some nice engagement here on the Acorn Minders. They tried to stop those miners, those blasting charges from hitting the zombies, but unfortunately that didn't go so well on that side. Varguy's just getting a good charge here on the Thunders, GRUDGE-RAKers, but again, there's just so many of them. Dr. Nerd has these guys on guard mode, and is just force clicking on these Varguy's to shoot them, which is of course well played. Thoric is having a bit of a fight here with the Vlad, who has his cards on ring popped for a 60% ward save. He's not going to like that fight, honestly, with the Varguy's there, but Thoric is still a pretty good fighter there. But yeah, Master Bagami bringing it on to 5 melee attacks, so you know, there's a zombie summon here on top of these Thunderers, should help out with them. But yeah, Varguy's are absolutely gone here on this side, and that's when things are going to start turning around. And I definitely think the vampire side is going to probably lose this. And unfortunately, Cryptors do get in though on top of these Grim Delvers. But yeah, there's just so much freaking range. Obviously, if we can get more zombie summons, it'll help out. But yeah, there's just so many here that the Vampire Cats has to deal with. And it's going to take a lot to grind down those Dwarven Warriors. We have the Unholy Lodestone here, buffing up the zombies and whatnot. We do have the Thunders as well coming back though. These Thunders run off, but there's nothing there to chase them off after losing those Varguy's and the Fellbats. So I really think it's just going to be a very slow blob fight here with the Vampire Coast. Master Rune of Slowness for the on Vlad and he's going to get surrounded by these Bugman Rangers, which I didn't even notice. I didn't even know this were Bugman Rangers. Yeah, just a huge volley from these Thunderers hitting that corpse cart. Or was it hitting the zombies? I'm not sure, but yeah, it's actually, they're aiming down at the corpse cart now. It's going to probably whittle it down pretty soon. Varguy's finally disintegrate, and everything is starting to slowly get whittled down. Sturban obviously perfectly healed up and doing great with that regen, plus the Vigor Mortis and Unholy Lodestone. They have some fantastic healing going on right now, 0.2%. So, yeah, wow, just another volley there from that Thunder GRUDGE-RAKer hitting that corpse cart. If they're allowed to just sit and shoot, that corpse cart will be gone soon. Bugman's Rangers being slowed down, or rather being whittled down. Master Bagami helping out. A nice blasting charge on one of these zombies. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, a lot of these ranges units are recouping and gonna start being able to get some more shots in. Turn's been great, but getting picked apart by these blasting chargers and shots from these Thunderers. Vlad just gets absolutely thunder freaking blasted in the face by these GRUDGE-RAKers, but he's just gonna heal it up, so it doesn't really matter. Wolf Warriors coming in to support. Most likely the GRUDGE-RAKers are gonna be pulled back. Thunderers shooting into these Stern's Vent as well. Thunderers should probably turn around and start shooting the Stern Vent as well, but actually it's probably better to shoot at the corpse cart. Actually, are these GRUDGE-RAKers? No, yeah, they are obstructed, however, because of this hill and because of the Cryptor, so I definitely think it would be better to shoot at the Stern's Vent, but either way, Rune of Wrath and Ruin are going to hit them, and it's going to do fantastic work. Yeah, just going to speed it up here as things get whittled down. It's definitely going to be going in the Dowie side. And Undead fall. Best of 3. The third game, unfortunately, was not posted, as they said, or Dr. Nerd said it was like boring or something, not worth casting. So, but I think Gotrek wins it. The overall best of 3. I had to double check. But yeah, it's gonna be it continues speeding up. It's taking a while. Corpse cart finally dies, and there we go. That goes to the Dowie. Yeah, let me check really quick. Make sure who actually won the third round. Just for, you know, clarity's sake for those who want to know. Yes. So it did go to Gotrek. I'll probably cut that down a little bit, but yeah, it did go to Gotrek. And yeah, the last game was the Grand Cathay versus Empire, and of course, unfortunately, it was not a very fun game to watch. So, I mean, to be fair, this one wasn't it went pretty terribly for the vampires. So pretty one-sided. But, you know, nonetheless, we got to get these replays out. 1867 here on Vlad. 901 here on the Stearnsman. Everything, yeah, the VAR guys get picked apart. Bobats fell apart. Yeah, the Dowie ranged here was just 2 games back to back of Dowie range just absolutely winning the game for them there. 1746 on these grudge rakers. My God, 1641. Yeah. Oof. 1022 on these. Yeah, I mean, as you guys saw, butchering the Vargeist. Free value for them, essentially. I think maybe Gotrek kind of sent in those Vargeist a little too early with the... Or maybe just in general, it just kind of was a... It was kind of a lost cause at that moment anyways, or lost cause in general, because maybe Gotrek didn't expect so many ranged. So, you know, even if he waited for more zombies to be summoned, they were going to disintegrate eventually anyways. So, I'm not sure. I think maybe it was a lost cause already. Who knows? Because even if he didn't send in the Vargas right away, he would still have to send in the Scriptors. If his Scriptors got sent in, then they would just get shot to pieces anyway. So, yeah, just... I think it was just full-on build roulette there, unfortunately, for Gotrek. But, yeah, even the Thunderers paid for themselves this time. 1,060 on that one. But yeah, that'll be it for the best of 3. Catch you guys next time. Another one. Bye-bye.